Stop. Don't blink. Listen. Chosen one. This message is not for everyone. If you're here for comfort, leave now. If your system can't hold pressure, scroll. An order was issued in the unseen. A file was pulled. A classification just changed. This is the second notice. And the final one. It's tied to you. Have you noticed your sleep breaking at the same hour? Chest heavy for no reason. Mind loud. Then suddenly silent. People feel off. Out of sync. Have you noticed the urge to cut something clean? No drama. Just done. And that moment, 5 seconds that felt wrong. You sent a message. It was seen. No reply. Then a call. It rang once. Disconnected. Your body reacted before your mind did. This isn't random. The countdown is 72 hours. If you scroll, you'll miss it. Subscribe and turn on notifications. Stay to the end. Comment 777 if your chest tightened when I said that number. At the end, I'll reveal the final sign, the one detail that confirms who moves first, what gets removed, and why this warning was issued twice, before the door shifts. Listen, here's why. What followed that warning wasn't noise, it was confirmation. Stamped, routed, and locked into motion. This isn't the kind of signal that drifts or fades. The system doesn't whisper twice unless it has to. And once it does, things move whether anyone reacts or not. You're not imagining it. You didn't misread it. This is real. This isn't mystical, it's procedural. A review layer escalated into an active protocol, and your file moved from a monitoring tier into audit routing. Flags appeared. A threshold was crossed. Most people never trigger it. You did. That's why observation was replaced by decree, and a classification shifted without announcement. The rarity matters. This pattern shows up in 1-inch 10,000 cases, not because anyone asked for it, but because it's measurable. Recovery speed, seeing through masks, refusing cheap energy, continuing forward without needing applause. Those signatures automatically tag a file and change how it's handled. No debate, no interpretation, just process. Here's the core event. Your file was pulled. A special audit window opened 72 hours. That's the window. Routing changed. What used to pass now bounces clean with access denied. No explanation logged, just a note to proceed. This is why the pressure spiked and then went quiet. The system doesn't argue. It advances. Counted clearly. 72 hours on the primary clock. 7 secondary checks running in parallel. No extensions, no appeals. That's why your body felt the shift before your mind caught up. Restless sleep, waking at odd hours, a heavy chest, a loud mind, then sudden calm. An intolerance for familiar things that used to be fine. And that micro moment you can't shake. That one message seen in silence or that call that didn't ring twice. The pause that made your stomach drop before thought arrived. When a file is flagged, environments resort. People drift without a fight. Someone changes temperature overnight with no explanation. A small door opens at the edge, an invite. A name, a piece of information right on time. What once felt normal becomes unbearable. Not as punishment, as alignment under pressure. Hold here. In part 2, I'll give you personalized proof. One simple check. One marker you can run today. Nothing explained yet. Stay. Good. This is the proof I promised. Personal. Specific. No theory here, now watch. What you're about to recognize isn't abstract. It's already logged. Lately, have you been tired without a clear reason? Even on days where nothing happened? Waking up with a body that feels spent before the day begins? Have you noticed an internal shift looking at your own routines, habits, even goals, and realizing quietly that you're not the same person anymore? Without drama. Just fact. Have you been reading people faster? One sentence in, one glance, and you already know the direction, even when you don't react. Have coincidences started stacking numbers, names, topics colliding within hours instead of weeks? Have old places or familiar people begun irritating you physically? Tight jaw, shallow breath before your mind catches up? And did you pass a private integrity moment alone? Choosing the clean, harder option when nobody would ever know. That sequence isn't random. That's the tag order. You're not being dramatic. You're not confused. You're not making it up. Those aren't feelings, they're tags. Logged. Time-stamped. Cross-referenced. The system doesn't debate sensations. It tracks outcomes. And there was a quiet moment you haven't forgotten. Maybe staring at the ceiling. Maybe standing in a doorway with your phone in your hand, not opening anything. In that moment, a clean internal no landed, no anger, no fear, just a line you would never cross again. After that, the environment responded. A pullback, a test, a piece of bait that didn't work, noise that went nowhere. That was a line-crossed event. And from there, routing changed. What followed wasn't coincidence. Someone went quiet without explanation. Someone else changed temperature overnight. At the same time, a small door appeared at the edge. Information, a name, an invite, low drama, perfect timing, and something you tolerated for years suddenly became unbearable. That isn't loss, that's sorting. Here's the certainty. If you recognized at least 3 of these, then your review is live. Your file is flagged, uplift is active, not all at once, not loudly, but decisively. Don't rush this, don't announce it. The system checks for noise, and silence passes faster. In part 3, I'll give you confirmation markers that don't rely on mood or intuition. One simple check, one unmistakable sign you can observe today. No guesswork. Stay. These are the confirmation signs. No theory. No guessing. This isn't a story. It's a sheet. Read it that way. First marker. Your sleep shifted without effort. Lighter, broken, or suddenly vivid. Dreams carry detail. You wake remembering names, places, exact moments, often at the same minute across multiple nights. Not random. Logged. Second marker. Your intuition now fires before logic. Your body reacts first, chest, gut, breath, then your mind arrives seconds later to confirm what you already knew. Clean, immediate, stamped. That's not coincidence. Third marker. Timing stacks. Numbers repeat without being sought. Appointments land on exact minutes. Messages arrive the moment a thought finishes. Not before, not after. This isn't symbolism, it's alignment. Fourth marker. Social resorting. Someone who was warm goes cool without conflict, while someone unexpected reaches out with a neutral tone and precise intent. No drama, no explanation, just shift. Coincidences don't stack like this. Fifth marker. Old containers reject you. Music you loved feels wrong mid-track. A place you defended tightens your jaw. A routine you protected suddenly drains you within minutes. Immediate intolerance. No nostalgia. Sixth marker. Precision openings. A small door opens at exact timing. One email, one name, one piece of information. Nothing flashy, nothing loud. Perfectly placed. This is routing. Seventh marker. An oversight sensation. Not comfort, not rescue, just measured protection. Boundaries hold. Pressure is managed. You remain calm under load while outcomes stay contained. Eighth marker. A data moment seals it. The tone of a text shifts. A message is seen and met with silence. A room feels wrong for 3 seconds. Your body notices before your thoughts catch up. Stamped. These signs don't show up one at a time. They stack. That stacking is the tell. When markers cluster inside the same window, the system is active, not observing. Quiet, precise, real. If you're seeing 5 of these inside the window, the review is live. Not because you believe it, because it's measurable. Count it. Don't embellish. Just count. Hold steady. Don't announce anything. No proving. Silence passes faster. And when the markers stack, the next phase starts. Something begins to move in the real world. In part 4, I'll tell you what shifts first. From here on out, everything changes rhythm. The system is active, not observing. Quiet, precise, real, not loud, locked, not a miracle, a sequence. What moves next won't feel dramatic on the surface, but it will feel final inside your body. Good. Stamped. This is the point where things stop circling and start resolving. The first outcome is truth releasing itself without confrontation. No speeches, no fights, no final arguments. It shows up small and unmistakable. Maybe that one screenshot you reread and suddenly see clearly. Or a scene with no reply that lands colder than expected. Or a joke that used to work but now falls flat. Something clicks internally. You don't argue. You don't explain. You don't need closure. That's access closing. Clean. Decisive. Truth release. The second outcome follows almost immediately. A perfect fit opening. Small but exact. Someone asks, "Are you free this week?" A quick call appears on your calendar. One slot opens where there were none. A name gets dropped twice in 2 different places within days. You didn't chase it. You didn't pitch. You didn't prepare a story. It was routed to you because your positioning changed. Precise. Quiet. No noise. Precision. Opening. Then comes the third outcome, and this one feels internal but powerful. Clarity increases and peace follows. You start saying no with fewer words, sometimes with none at all. You stop explaining yourself halfway through a sentence because you realize it's unnecessary. You wake up without sprinting mentally, without rehearsing conversations in your head. Calm returns not as relief, but as control. This is power stabilizing, not emotional, functional. Calm upgrade. The fourth outcome is practical, not flashy. Resources show up exactly for the next step. A cost drops unexpectedly. A bill gets lighter. A tool appears right when you need it. A discount surfaces without searching. Your schedule opens just enough space to move. Not excess. Not fantasy. Enough. Always enough. This system doesn't flood you. It equips you. Resource release. The fifth outcome only activates if alignment is held. Recognition. Not hype. Not praise. Quiet recognition from the right person or the right circle. Someone says, "I've been looking for someone like you," or "You're different. I can tell." It lands calmly. No fireworks, no rush. Just fit. This isn't validation. It's matching. Recognition match. Understand this clearly, because this is where people misread what's happening. This is not overnight magic. This is not a sudden transformation or a fantasy reset. This is a chain of alignment, a layered sequence, surgical timing. Alignment doesn't drop a perfect life into your lap. It removes what no longer fits, reveals what was hidden, and replaces what's been blocking flow. One thing at a time. In order. Locked. You don't need to become someone else to receive what's coming. You don't need to perform, rebrand, or polish yourself. You don't need to prove growth or explain decisions. Hold your value axis. Keep your standards. Keep your integrity. Don't go back just because something feels familiar. Familiar is not aligned. Familiar is just what you survived before. Stay clean. Stay clear. Stay steady. At this stage, the system introduces one final pullback. It looks normal. That's the point. A sweet text that arrives out of nowhere. A softer voice from someone who previously went cold. A tempting shortcut that promises ease. A quick talk that feels harmless. This isn't a curse. It isn't sabotage. It's a preference test. What you choose here decides speed, not destiny. Most people fail this moment because they overthink it. They negotiate. They rationalize. They convince themselves that one step back won't hurt. But your body already knows. When the pullback appears, there's a micro signal. Your chest tightens slightly, your stomach drops, or everything goes still for half a second. That pause is the data. That's the check. Don't dramatize it. Don't turn it into a story. Don't make it bigger than it is. Just notice. The system doesn't test with chaos at this level. Chaos is inefficient. It tests with comfort, with almost right, with things that used to work but don't anymore. This is refinement, not punishment. Look at the pattern behind you. The calm that replaced urgency. The clarity that cut through mental noise. The way certain places, people, and routines simply stopped fitting without conflict. The way one small opening arrived with exact timing, not early, not late. These weren't rewards, they were alignment signals. Quiet ones, precise ones. You don't need to chase outcomes now. Chasing creates distortion. You don't need to force momentum or announce progress. Movement is already happening underneath you. Your role here is restraint, precision, staying in your value axis when it would be easy to slide sideways for comfort, nostalgia, or approval. This is where speed is either preserved or lost. Good. Stay clean. Stay clear. Stay steady. This phase isn't about doing more. It's about doing less, cleaner, fewer words, fewer explanations, fewer emotional negotiations. When alignment is active, excess creates drag, precision creates lift. What you don't do now matters as much as what you choose, and this is where the handoff begins. If you want to go deeper so you can move faster, there are tools that help you stay inside the window without leaking energy, but that comes next. For now, understand this. There is one small moment, one final sign, that locks the uplift permanently. Most people miss it because it looks insignificant, ordinary, almost forgettable. If you leave before that moment is named, you'll feel the movement but won't be able to anchor it. And this system does not repeat signals lightly. If you want to go deeper so you can move faster, this is where I say it clearly and without hesitation. For the ones who want to go deeper and move faster without missing the window, there is a simple tool waiting. It's priced at less than a pizza, designed for focus, not hype, built to help you move clean while pressure is high. It includes a bonus audiobook and a 5-minute guide you can use immediately. No rituals, no fluff, just control. You'll find it in the description and the pinned comment. This isn't about belief, it's about not wasting momentum that's already active. Now back to what matters, because you didn't make it here by accident. You didn't stumble into this moment. The signs didn't just happen inside your head. They showed up around you, in timing, in people, in small disruptions that refused to be ignored. Rhythm shifted, timing tightened. The sequence moved from internal alignment to external motion. The window is open, and windows do not wait. Let's lock this in properly. The rhythm changed first, then the signs clustered, then your environment quietly resorted itself around you. Your intuition sharpened, old containers rejected you without negotiation. A precision opening appeared, small but exact. And finally, the pullback arrived. That's the order. No extras, no missing steps, no improvisation. That's how you know it's real. It stacks. Good. Is stamped. No noise. Locked. Here are the rules for the next 24 to 72 hours, and they are non-negotiable. First, don't explain yourself. Explanation leaks energy and invites friction. Silence preserves leverage. Second, don't reopen doors that already closed. Familiar does not mean aligned, and comfort is not direction. Third, track patterns and protect your sleep. What you notice now carries more weight than what you say out loud. There will be one more moment that feels ordinary on the surface. A text that sounds kinder than expected. A call that feels softer. An invite that looks harmless. A shortcut that promises ease and relief. This is not a trap. It's not a warning. It's confirmation. When it shows up, your body will know before your mind does. Your chest tightens slightly, your stomach drops, or everything goes still for half a second. That pause is the data. Don't override it. Don't dramatize this moment. Don't debate it internally. Don't look for meaning beyond what's already clear. The system does not test with chaos at this stage. Chaos is inefficient. It tests with comfort, with familiarity, with almost right. This is a preference test, not a punishment. It decides speed, not destiny. Look back at what you've already seen. The calm that replaced urgency. The clarity that cut through mental noise. The way certain people, places, and routines simply stopped fitting without a fight. The way one small opening arrived with surgical timing, nothing flashy, nothing loud, just exact. These were not rewards. They were alignment signals. Quiet ones, efficient ones. You don't need to chase outcomes right now. You don't need to force momentum or manufacture certainty. Movement is already happening underneath you. Your role is restraint, precision, holding your value axis when it would be easy to slide sideways for comfort or validation. This is where most people lose speed, not because they fail, but because they compromise. Good. Stay clean. Stay clear. Stay steady. This phase isn't about doing more. It's about doing less, cleaner, fewer words, fewer justifications, fewer emotional negotiations. When alignment is active, excess creates drag, precision creates lift. And here's the handoff. Now I'm going to tell you the most important thing, but only if you stay with me to the very end. There is one small moment, one final sign, that locks the uplift permanently, and most people miss it because it looks insignificant, almost forgettable. If you leave now, You will miss the exact second it matters, and you won't get another signal like it. You're not imagining it, and you didn't misread it. What you felt wasn't mood or coincidence. A final protocol was issued, the window was locked, and your file was pulled. Access was rerouted quietly, without announcement, and that is why everything around you changed rhythm at once. Not because something happened, but because a sequence moved from review into action. Being a chosen one has never meant special treatment. It means responsibility under pressure, carried without applause. No audience is required. No proof is demanded. This phase doesn't ask you to convince anyone or explain yourself. It asks you to hold the axis, to stay clean, and to stay clear when noise would be easier. That restraint is the mark. That's the signature. For the next 24 to 72 hours, your mission is soft but precise. Don't explain yourself when silence already communicates strength. Don't reopen doors that closed cleanly, even if they knock again with a kinder tone. Write down what repeats around you: names, numbers, phrases, small moments without interpreting them or trying to assign meaning. Just record, and when a private right decision appears, one that no one else will ever see, choose it without hesitation. That's how you stay in sync with the window while it's still open. Here's what begins to move next, and it won't arrive loudly. Truth starts to surface on its own, without confrontation or drama. A precise opening cracks open small, exact, usable, something that fits instead of overwhelms. Calm increases before results do, because stability always arrives before expansion. Resources show up as enough, not excess, not fantasy, just enough to move one step forward. And one right person begins to recognize you quietly, without hype, without forcing connection. It feels normal because it's aligned. Good. This stage is stamped. No noise is required. Everything is locked into motion now. The most important thing to understand is that this window does not reward urgency. It responds to precision. Rushing leaks energy. Over-explaining creates drag. Sabotage here looks subtle, going back to the old version of yourself, chasing reassurance, narrating progress too early. Don't do it. Speed now comes from restraint, not force. Chosen ones recognize chosen ones without words. They don't convince. They don't perform. They don't posture. They move cleanly and notice who moves with them naturally. Alignment holds because it's quiet, not because it's impressive. This is where belonging replaces proving and fit replaces effort. So here's what to do right now. Without hesitation, subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss what follows. Don't delay it. Comment 777 if you felt the shift while listening, not to signal belief, but to mark awareness. Share this with one person who's on the same frequency, just one, because alignment spreads through precision, not volume. And if you want to move faster without losing the window, there is deeper material available, priced at less than a pizza, with a bonus audiobook and a 5-minute guide. It's linked in the description and pinned comment. Optional, useful, built for clarity, not hype. But understand this clearly. We're not done. There is one clearer marker still ahead. One small moment that locks the uplift completely. Most people miss it because it looks ordinary, almost insignificant, easy to dismiss. That's why it works. I'll show it to you next, exactly when it matters. Click the video on your screen.